guess I'm live. Hopefully, maybe. Yep, I am. Well, my screen's all black. There I am. I'm still getting used to that, so I apologize. So basically what it boils down to, I am just bored out of my mind. I was trying to think of something to do. I thought, well, why not come on here, get, well, my headphones being crazy. I just got to get my camera set right because it's not quite right. There it goes. Okay. Now, yeah, so hopefully I can hear the... Let me see if I can hear myself talk because I don't know. Sometimes my microphone doesn't always work. Okay, yep. So basically, I had something planned, and it didn't pan out because Southwest Airlines. So I guess I'm going to be driving to Kansas, to Colby, Kansas, to pick up my son because my ex-wife is going there in Kansas for a camping trip or so, and Friday is when I guess we're going to try to meet, which is about 3 hours one way and 3 hours back, so a total of 6 hours, which I'm going to have my son probably drive part of the way back if I can, so that way I don't have to drive the entire trip myself, which I'm not looking forward to. So if I get there, if I leave early enough in the morning, and I think we're going to meet around 10 or so, I'll double check and make sure on the time. Yeah, it's one of those things. Whatever. So I'm having lots of fun with that. Oh, I keep forgetting to change the bit rate. So I got to find out. They recommend, okay. Anyway, I'm trying to figure this out. So I'm still testing, getting things set up. This is kind of like on my own channel, not on my other channel, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep the name. So if you guys see this later on, and that are on my Twitch channel that watch, and you have an idea for a name, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to think of something cool, but the one I'm thinking about, I still got the same category. I didn't do that before. Oh well, I didn't change it. I'm gonna have cars and vehicles on my channel apparently, even though I'm listening to music, or going to be listening to music. Well, not literally, but I'd like to have some music on here, but I'm not sure how to go about doing that without getting in trouble. That's one of the things that I'm still kind of wondering about. I guess I got to figure that out. I know there are some things you can do, little samples of music. I'll probably have links in below of some of the songs I've talked about. Maybe the main ones. I could write down which ones I'm going to talk about and for what reason, and why. Because that way I have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about. Plus, if I have anybody that actually that's in a band that I know personally, or well, I did know one person kind of personally, but not quite. I've talked to them a few times, but not much. Actually, Emily from September Morning would be awesome to have on here, and maybe even some of the people in the band too, so they can talk about the band and the band life and all that stuff. It's kind of cool. That would be awesome. Just hang out and chat. I had a great time with them that last time when they were in town, and try and think what the name of the venue is. I can't think of the name. I know what it is. It's here in the Springs. It's not one of the ones in Denver. I've been to Oriole Theater, Sunshine Studios. That's what it's called. Yeah. So if you're ever to Sunshine Studios, or what do they call that? like black sheep, and you want to maybe be on here for local things, let me know. Or even in Denver, I guess that would be cool. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on with their touring. They usually just basically pack up their gear and leave, so they don't always have time to sit down and chat. I do it remotely. They could do it like on the way, like, oh, we're gonna be there in Colorado Springs in a couple of days or something like that. That'd be cool. So hype up the audience and the people that are watching. That'd be kind of cool. If they're doing it, like if they're talking on the road, that'd be kind of cool. So that way you can say, oh, look, we're at so and so right now, or something like that. So they can talk about some of the maybe things that they're going to do possibly in the show, or they might say, no, you got to wait until the show's here and surprise you guys. That'd be kind of cool. So I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, see, I'm still getting kind of a weird thing. Plus, I also like to test to see if my view of my stream is going through as a live stream. I'm not even sure where to look for it, to be honest. I would have to check it out and see. I'm going to try something real quick. Like, I've got like a kind of an alt viewer here for you. Though I can go YouTube. I'm not sure what. Excuse me. Pardon me. I had some soda earlier. Oh, that must suck. So if you're watching this, I'm just, like I said, I'm just testing things out, getting things ready to do this. So, oh, right there, I'm live. I saw it. Let's see if I can actually listen to myself talk. I'm doing this to see if it's live. It takes a little while, though. It's a little delayed. So it's not completely live. Yeah, it is. Okay, at least now I know it's working. I'm going to subscribe to my channel. I can see all my stuff. The only thing is I'm not sure if my past videos are showing up or not. It doesn't look like it is. I think I have to do something in order to put it on my YouTube channel, I guess. I'm just not sure what. Oh, right here. It's my past broadcast under live. Okay, I just wasn't certain. I'm still kind of learning some of the stuff, so it's like crazy. I think what I'll do is I'll just put myself up here and just mute the sound. But I can see myself over here too. So I got one on the actual YouTube channel on a different account, and then I've got my YouTube creator space kind of thing on here. There's not a whole lot you can do like around it. It's just YouTube channel. You can put your like little pictures around the side. Actually, it'd be kind of cool to have some graphics from like maybe some of the bands, or albums that I'm talking about. That would be kind of cool. I would do that. I would find the albums and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I could get in trouble for that too. It's hard saying. I've seen people do that, but I can always do a link or something like that. That would probably be good. Like I said, below Be nice if I could. I'm not sure if you can add links in the. You know what? I think you can. So if I put in. Oh, I know what I can do. Let me see here. While I'm doing this, I'll put that on my drum page. My drum page on there. That'd be cool. If I can figure it out. I might have to use my app to do it because I don't know it by heart, unfortunately. If I can get my phone unlocked here. The app on my phone actually has a way of showing me what it is. So share. We'll do a push pull. It's a little easier that way. And that way I can just click over here on my right here it is. Now I can add that. So this should show up hopefully on my description. Let's see here. I think I might have to add this out too. So hopefully that should show up in my description, I guess. Yep, cool. I like that. So I can add that while I'm live. I'm not sure if I have my YouTube thing on here or not, to be honest. I think I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so that does work. Alright. So at least I know that. And then I'll add my Voice of Metal page. I don't even know if Voice of Metal is that great. I was thinking about, Metal Dominance. I don't know if Metal Dominance has been taken. It probably has. That was the other one I thought that would be kind of cool. Because it sounds like really cool. I'd have to look it up and see. Now I say that, somebody's going to say, oh, I'm going to use that for myself. So thanks. Metal Dominance. Oh, yeah, Pantera, of course. It's one of their songs, duh. I didn't think about that. Well, you know, more than one person can use certain things. Domination. Oh, they use domination, so yeah, maybe dominance. See, actually, the song is called Domination, not Dominance. So there's a difference. Somebody else put down Dominance on the video, so I'm assuming he's playing Domination from Pantera, which, yeah, it's one of those, okay, sure. So what I can do, I can always do that. I said I'd have to do this beforehand. Who knows? Anyway, so it's rather interesting. And actually, yeah, that one's pretty awesome. I love that song. I was thinking of some other words that have something to like a Metal Edge, but because a Metal Edge has definitely been taken, I know that for certain. I was thinking something close to Domination or Metal Edge, something along those lines. I don't know. Oh, it's so hard to come up with a name for something if it's already been taken or used or something a little different, but sounds kind of cool at the same time. So I'm still trying to think that over. Maybe I can get some of my people that I know to Help me out. Yeah, and I forgot. I was talking about the picking up my son from Colby, and all I gotta say is Southwest right now is got so many problems. I think they're gonna end up having legal problems, possibly, or the government's stepping in and they're talking to them about things and see, about why they had so many issues. I think a lot of it's some of their computer hardware is what somebody was saying is the reason why it's so messed up. Is it gonna show up there? Oh, right there. Cool. It's not showing up on my chat thing over here. Oh, shoot. Ah! Where'd I lose that? So I wish I would pin it to the top. I wonder if you can do that. Toggle timestamps, participants. Oh, okay, I can see who's in the chat room that way. Yeah, I kind of did some testing before with. Has it been 16 minutes already? Wow, that's crazy. I was doing some testing on my what they call that. I can't think of what it's called. On my Twitch stream to get the things that are familiar and this, that, and the other and stuff. Well, I guess I can't do anything until I'm out of the stream. So I'm not sure what this is. Add stream marker. Oh, okay. Create highlight video. Oh, there you go. And then share. I can share the video with people on Twitter and everything else. That's cool. So I can say, hey, I'm online, come check me out, this, that, and the other. I wish they had some sort of thing like they do for Twitch where they... Okay, that's weird. Oh, am I one over? I think that's why. No. I'll just type it smaller and see what happens. There you go. Cool. So I'm testing, like I said, I'm testing this all out. So it's kind of cool. I guess you can share your stuff with emails, Reddit. Oh, that's cool. They got all kind of course they're going to do that. That's pretty awesome. Too bad they don't have one for Instagram. That would be cool because I do Instagram and that it doesn't quite do the same. I guess the way Instagram works is a little different than some of the other platforms. So, yeah, I'd have to figure out. The only thing is if I do share it, is it going to share it on my main account or is it going to share it on my other account? That's the question I'm going to have to answer. So I might have to set up something totally different for that, for a profile, through an email and all this other stuff. It's one of those things, probably another Gmail account for that. Besides my art, I mean, my csdesign email is fine for that. I mean, for this right here. So I can still talk about artwork here. I can still talk about the other channel here. I was trying to keep them separate a little bit so that way there's, it's all not one, big jumbled up mess. But right now, like I said, I'm testing out, getting ideas down and things like that. So, I wonder how you do that on WhatsApp, because I don't. Continue to chat. That's interesting. So I have to log on to WhatsApp to do that. Oh, that's crazy. I'm not going to worry about that right now. That'd be kind of cool, but you can email people, you can copy and paste it, you can do all kinds of stuff. It's awesome. I can even have something on my drum page for that. Just say, hey, come to this main page. I think this is direct link for the live stream, and then later on it should go over to my actual recorded video later on when I'm on there. I should put on my Tumblr blog, but I don't think anybody goes there at all. So, and plus I don't think this is signed in on it, so I'm not sure what Mix and Goo is. Skyrock. I guess I have to find out what those are, because I've never heard of them. So I might have to sign for that just to share it, LinkedIn, I know. That's a work thing. Okay. Never heard of that one. VK, I've never heard of. Reddit, Kaboot Talk. I think those are like WhatsApp. Yeah, it's interesting. So I'll have to get it all set up and find out all these different things so that way I can share it with everybody. That way maybe I'll be discovered sooner than later, right? But this is not going to be my main page, people. So, I'll have to put that down, like what it's going to be once it's done. I have to switch accounts for that, though, unfortunately. So, see, here I am. I set this up, and OBS has a thing where you can use your, if you said, okay, I'm going to sign up a YouTube channel on the profile, you switch it to that profile. And what it does is supposed to automatically, get it set up for the stream on a certain service like Twitch or whatever. So there's minimal things you have to do. It's just, you just set it, you just say, I want a YouTube channel, this is my YouTube channel, here's my stream key, bam. It should be done, right? And here I am right now saying, oh, sorry, you're way over your recommended stream bitrate. Before I thought it was below. Now it's above. Oh, it says it is lower. Go figure. But it says my stream status is good. So who knows? Anyway, so I have one viewer, but that's my, like, I'm testing things out. Somebody I know let me borrow their account for stuff like this. They don't mind me using it, so that's cool. That's rather interesting. See, and then all that my chat window is gone, so I don't see it. I have to find it every time. See, there on some of the other stuff I've done, it actually shows you. I don't even know where the damn thing went to. That sucks. It's underneath this stuff here, I think. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, right there it is. So what I need to do is put this over here. Oops. Oh, I guess I can't do that. I guess that's just the one spot. Anyway, then I got my streaming stuff and my other stuff. So now, oh, you know what? I forgot to do a quick transition. Fade to black. I had it set up for. I don't know if I like that. That's not it. Fade. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I can remove that. Okay. Remove. I thought there was different types of transitions and stuff on this. Anyway, so if I wanted to share with you, see here, my other screen, it's like I won't have any sound on this. This is And then I'm back. Um, then I can do. Is that I'm still testing it out. So it's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, and I forgot you can see my little picture up there with my video. So man, I've been on here for 30, almost 30 minutes. Here last time I was trying to think of something what else to say. Um so like I said before, I'm gonna try to do some music. I'm hoping maybe to get some segments, maybe I can, do certain things. Or just to do a full interview page. That'd be awesome. Oh, it's hard to say. I'm not sure what I've got on my. I've got 11 notifications on Twitter. Oh, that's interesting. If you guys ever get a chance, and this is, her name's Firecracker, but she here. Let me move this over to that, so you can. Hold on. Sorry about that. That was my. Where's it at here? Oh, here it is. So I need to do Twitch me. There we go. So basically, what this is, this lady is really awesome. She wrote a book about quit like a millionaire, and what's really interesting is the FIRE movement and people retiring early. And they've been doing this for the last, I think, 4 years now, maybe. That they've living basically no place. They don't have a house, so they're kind of like vagabonds, I guess you could say, traveling um, around the world with different countries and all this other stuff. They're really awesome people. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, check her stuff out. It's really cool. But that's what she goes by, Firecracker, on Twitter. So yeah, check her out, follow her. She's awesome. They also have a Millennial Revolution website where they do blogs, sharing some information about how the what she's about, what her whole story is, and her whole thing is, and she doesn't give a rat's blank about what other people, certain people think on stuff. Well, basically, what it boils down to is she's retired early. She doesn't have to worry about making any money, so she pretty much does this to help people out, which is cool. Since she helped out, she figured out a way of doing and leaving her job and never having to come back to work again, and which is a beautiful thing. See, now this is, she's got a new article about going to 2023. 2023. Um, oh, 8 years. Okay, it's been 8 years since she's been in retirement. Wow. I guess it's been a while. Wow, I didn't realize. I mean, when I saw it, she was already retired for a little while, I think. And then that's when I heard about the book. I just discovered it online through my. I was doing like financial books, and it just popped up on there. I thought, I read this description. I said, this is interesting. I'll check it out. And sure enough, it was. It was really interesting. Huh. So yeah, she's got some rather interesting articles on here. I'll have to read those later on. It'd be nice if she had a YouTube channel. I think she likes to write, so it's one of those things. She's more of a, you know, typist, and she can correct and do things. But I think actually she's been on live before on different financial podcasts and stuff like that people have. It'd be kind of cool to talk to her on just my regular channel on here. um, so people know about her and stuff. And I think it'd be great. Can you buy happiness? That's interesting. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, I mean, do we really need to buy gifts for everybody on everything? I mean, sometimes I think making stuff might be good too, but what do you do if you don't have talent to do stuff, I guess? Yeah, there she's talking about the gloom and doom of the media complaining about inflation, recession fears, and apparently, according to research conducted by IP, IPSOS, who surveyed participants from Asia, North America, South America, Europe, 85% feel excited about the celebrations, and one third of, on average, are more excited than last year. So they're more excited, but we're in a recession. And for many, the party must go on, with Germany, U.S., and U.K. leading the way, saying rising costs will have no impact on their celebrations. So basically, what they're trying to say is the news is all doom and gloom until the holidays, and then all of a sudden now it's just it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter. So that way, what? Oh, so consumerism can take place, and you get more in debt. Yeah, that's one of those things that I've been doing. I was doing pretty well on before, and now all of a sudden I'm not. So it's one of those deals. Oh, right there she is actually with friends. I think they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. It looks like they're making something. Some dumpling party. There you go with friends. Oh yeah, the elephant in Shang. I'm not Chiang Mai. Maybe is that how you pronounce that? Uh, yeah. See, they've got friends that actually that kind of pop in and go different places. They said, well, we're gonna go here. Are you gonna go there too? And all this other stuff. And see, here's the we need diversity books.org. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's cool. They're making a book demoing our story app we built from a nonprofit. We need diverse books. Oh, that's kind of cool. So anyway, yeah, this is kind of rather interesting. Some of the topics that she has on here and stuff. So um, she got an ad on there, which it's funny how they don't usually have too many ads on here, but I guess they do now. I don't know. Um, it helps support them so on the page. So I've got kind of an ad blocker on some of it, but not a lot of it. So anyway, so that's her. That was one of my notifications I got on Twitter. It's kind of cool. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see some of her newer articles. I don't always keep up with them, unfortunately. I really need to when they come out. And they usually have a comment section for people who want to make comments. Um, I really need a. I think there is one. I think Pocket. I think is what it is. They basically take all the junk and they just give you the article, so you can actually listen to it. You can actually do a. See, sometimes I like to listen to stuff. I usually listen to a lot of different audio books, which she has. So if you don't have time to read the book, get the audio book. It's really cool. I'm sure it's on Amazon for the audio. I definitely know it's on Google Play Books because I have that. Um, and I actually own both. I own both a copy of the original, actual digital copy and the audio because some of the numbers when she was reeling them off in the audio, it's like I lost track. So it was like seeing the numbers does help for me anyway. So yeah. So if that helps anybody out there that would like to do that, the only thing is trying to get yourself out of debt first, which with things going on in my life right now, I've had to put a little more on my credit card than I would like to admit. Which I'm hoping that once certain things happen, I can use that money to pay that down and get rid of it completely, which I'm planning on doing soon, hopefully. I just need. Plus that my son is here, and his graduation's here, so I am buying more stuff than I usually would because he's got his class ring, his invitation. So I'm making payments on that, so that way it's not all going on my card all at one time. But the ring is like doing 2 payments every single month, so of a certain amount. So it's like it's almost $500, which yeah, it's more than I wanted to spend on a ring, but it's one of those once in a lifetime things. So it's important to him. So I'm gonna tell him just take good care of that ring for me. He's a fashion diva, so he likes fancy clothes and all that other stuff. So I think he's gonna be in a rude awakening when he says, "Oh, I'm gonna make X amount of dollars, right, per hour." Like, oh, I might be making $20 an hour or something because cost of living has gone up and minimum wage has gone up, or whatever it is. I mean, some places are doing $13, $14 an hour, and then when the IRS comes taking half your check, and then there's FICA and all the fun stuff that we all complain about, you know, um, which actually she covers in that book. I forgot. There are tax strategies in there to help reduce your taxable income to almost zero. Not quite, I don't think. Depends, but a lot of it is when you retire, not when you're actually doing it. So if you're making an income, you're not going to have that option. So because income is the most taxable thing out there, is what she was saying. So if you want to do that, you have to contribute to like your Roth or your 401k and all this other stuff. And once you take that money out, you'll be able to take some of that money out tax free. Now the 401k stuff, if you do it a certain way, she says you can do it and still reduce and keep your taxes low towards zero. But the only thing is you got to take out a certain amount that's below a certain amount so you don't get taxed. I'm not sure exactly how. I've read the book over and over again. I'm still kind of lost, but some of the laws are changing, so it may not be relevant when she wrote the book. But I'm sure there are books out there that have new tax strategies out there to help either reduce or eliminate or most of some of the income tax or the taxes that you pay on investments and this, that, and the other. And like investment income is different than your actual income from a job, because there's a lot more expense there. And the other thing she argues with a lot of people, the bank and other financial people, is that owning a house doesn't actually save you money on taxes. It actually costs you more. So basically, it's almost like it's not really an investment at all. I mean, I think it depends on who you talk to. I know Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad. He says, depends on how you look at it. If you've got a property and you're renting it out and you're making money at it, you actually, and even Grant Cardone does that. He says if you're making money from it and it's providing money in your pocket, then it's an investment. If you own your home and you live in it, then it's taking money out of your pocket. It's not. It's a debt, not an investment. So it depends on how you perceive it, because and she thinks that owning property period is bad. And then she said that's a lot of rich people that have lots of money, they don't own their homes. They rent. They maybe have, they could have it as a business and they just maybe rent themselves a room. I don't know. Who knows. Like Grant was at a Airbnb not long ago, and he was renting Airbnb someplace. I forgot where, in some mountain town, probably in Colorado, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I know he was in Pueblo, on a TV show that was on TNT, I think, that were talking about how this one guy was making a challenge. He would make $1 million in X amount of days with $100, a cell phone, and a vehicle. That's it. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. Most people don't even have a vehicle sometimes. So, but yeah. But the one guy had some really interesting things that he did that actually got him some money. He went from having nothing hardly to eating ramen, and then he went from there to building a whole business within like 90 days or something like that. So yeah, he actually bought property. He sold property. He basically renovated it and sold it and got some money out of it, um, to pay for some of the stuff in his business that he was planning on doing. It's Underdog Barbecue. So if you ever hear about Underdog Barbecue, you know where that came from. And I'd love to go, and they're still there too. They're still in business, as far as I know. So I'd have to check that out. That's one place I would love to go. Um, I think it's in Erie, Pennsylvania. I think, but I'm not certain. I'd have to check that out. I always have to. I always say that I have to check that out because I think about this stuff and I forget the names sometimes. So it's kind of crazy. So hopefully, we'll see. Anyway, so I guess here I am testing this out, and I'm kind of getting to be bored. So I might stop right now. So I'm at least trying it out, see what it's like. Talking about some of the things I'm interested in, some of the things I like, so you know where I'm coming from. So that way, if you ever do come over, once I get it set up with the rock and roll stuff, that'd be kind of cool. Um, I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about. It's kind of interesting because there's so many different things that you could say or do on there. I know I want to talk to people in the bands if I can, because I think that shows people that, I mean, they always have this persona, right, about them and their lifestyle, and everybody thinks, oh, they make lots of money and this, that, and the other, and they're rich, and they're not. They're not like that. I mean, some of them might be more than others. Like, like Dave Mustaine and all that stuff. The guys from Metallica, yeah, those guys are gonna make. They're huge, so yeah, they're gonna make lots of money. And other bands too, um, like Vinny and Dimebag probably were pretty rich then too. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure how far their success got them when it come to that. But like the more independent labels that are not under a label, they're actually doing it on their own. September Morning is one of them. I know they were talking about the streaming aspect of it. She goes, they don't really make a whole lot of money on that. So every time you play a song, they get some money, but they have to have a huge amount, astronomical amount of people listening, just to make any decent amount of money. So she's kind of gone on to concerts, merchandising, NFTs, anything she can think of. Oh, she also is a very attractive woman, so she sells some of her pictures, kind of, revealing pictures online, but not too much, just enough to look sexy, which is cool, and that's a way for her to make some extra money herself. But I don't think that goes to the band. I think that goes to her and her only. So she's doing her own little side hustles on top of that. So she's got her, she's doing quite a bit of stuff. So that'd be interesting to talk to her about that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Um, some other artists, I mean, people that I know do drawing on the side. And yeah, I forgot who else. There's some other people I know, like Simple Tour, when the pandemic hit, they were trying to do some live online stuff, and a couple of them had live concerts, some free, some not free, depending on what it was. If they were doing like a one single song, they might do on their YouTube channel. Oh, Machine Head was doing I forgot what it's called. What was that called? Oh my gosh, my brain went blank. Um, anyway, they were online. They were doing like almost a practically a full concert every Friday. I don't know if they still do. I think they still do. It's to help boost the brand. And actually, I found them, and I'd heard their music, but not too much. So I figured, I'll check it out. And I started falling in love with the band, so it's like it's cool. So that now the concerts are coming back out. They're out there, and then they can actually sell some more tickets, and they probably have a bigger audience, and so that helps them out. Actually, I wouldn't mind talking to them too. That'd be so awesome. They seem like great guys. They have the whole thing with the beers up, beers up, beers up kind of thing, when they're doing their shows. So it's a lot of fun. They stream on what YouTube, Twitch, and everything else, which is really cool. Um, I think the uh, certain rules don't apply to them on that because they're not really getting the monetization on Twitch, so it doesn't affect them. Oh, and Facebook Live, that was the other one. And I think Twitter is doing something along those lines now too, but I'm not certain on that, so we'll have to wait and see. It's hard to say. So if you're watching this, and I'm hoping that maybe this catches on, um, when I get it set up, I'll try to add the link to it to tell people about it, and then I might do a few more broadcasts on here before I start on there, just to kind of get things going. So this is kind of the early stages if I do this and stuff, and see how it goes, see what the response is. It's more like a testy thing type thing, I guess. But it might be better to do it right straight on the channel, so that way at least I know, you know, it's going to make it or not. So, and this is way longer than I planned on talking right now. An hour almost, well, not quite, 46 minutes so far. So, I'm trying to think of something else. If there's anything else I want to talk about. But yeah, check out Firecracker or Quit Like a Millionaire, the book. Check out Emily. There's all kinds of other bands I've talked about. I've talked about Machine Head and Avatar and King 810 and who else? There's a lot of them out there that I like, that I've just recently listened to. The Who, great band too. HU, not HWHO. That's the old Who. This is the Mongolian metal band. Which is, I have to explain it every time to people. Who? The Who? You going to see? Yeah, I just went to see the Who, but the different Who. And then also, I know, Bloody Wood, of course. Cannot forget Bloody Wood. They are probably one of the most, I think they started out on YouTube like this and became humongous. And part is, I was listening to them when they first started. They didn't have all the stuff together, it's just two guys. And then they started picking up people and this, that, and the other, and stuff. Wow, this is like crazy. I'm going to have to change that bit rate. Oh well. Basically what it boils down to, they were on their early stages of the thing, and I kind of listened throughout, and the one song that got me is what got me into it. And then I saw some of the other videos, they were doing covers and all this other stuff, and that reminds me, speaking of which, there's a certain band out there, I'm not going to say their name, because yeah, they're mad at me. Well, the one person is. Well, I think the other person might be too, but not the rest of the guys. The women are. The single, that was a big mistake, I think. Personally, I don't think, I could be wrong. I think an album would have been better. I mean, it's right now at the end of the pandemic. They should have had something ready to. I would have had something if I was a band and I was wanting to get the ball rolling. Get a new dang album out, and that way do a tour. That's the way you do it, that's how you promote yourself. I personally, that's my opinion on it. So that was, somebody's dragging their feet on it, I think, is what it boils down to. So I could be wrong. Maybe they have one in the works and I just don't know about it yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I haven't heard anything that I know of, but they're not on Twitch anymore, so you really don't know. Well, at least not that I've seen anyway. So I'm surprised they're not on YouTube too. But anyway, yeah. Bloodywood, all these other bands have put out albums during the pandemic, even after the pandemic. And for me, the fourth album should have been the one that got them going instead of a cover. They've done what, three different singles, a cover, and it's a single, an EP, whatever. I guess that's what they call it, EP. Um, and it's nice to have a single, this, that, and the other, and then I'm sure it makes them probably a lot more money. Maybe, I don't know. From what I've heard, that's kind of the thing, because even Korn talks about, in one of their songs about effing that because of a single. We don't want a single, we want an album. And I think that's what the industry wants, or at least the record labels, and that's probably why. So they make more money doing that. And I've heard that somebody said that they do make more money. I'm not sure exactly how that works. So I could always ask somebody. So in a band, say, what do you think? Do you think you make more money on the album or a single? Because I guess that it builds up their momentum. I guess they get a single and they can release another single later on. It keeps them, out there. I guess instead of waiting 5 years, like Metallica. Metallica waits like five. Well, normally it's 5 to 7 years. Well, this one is 7, for the new album they're coming out with, which I'm hoping they have a huge success with, which I'm sure they will. Because I supported them when they started, like System and all these other bands that are huge. I mean, all my favorite bands, and the thing, it's funny. The biggest albums they've had are the ones that I've owned. The ones that are the most successful, and yes, they did have radio time, so that was part of it too. But not all of the bands that I've listened to on the radio made it big. It's only the ones that I really, 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 really liked. I've listened to a lot of them. Alice in Chains is really good, but they're fairly big. I think they're not as big as some of the other ones that I've listened to. But I don't own any of their music, but I still listen to them and I still enjoy it. So even if I didn't buy the album and I liked it, they still did pretty good. System was another one. I bought all their albums. Yeah, so they're huge. They're huge. And I think and then Slipknot, I bought every single album of theirs since the very beginning, except for maybe one that I know of. And now that I have digital streaming, I haven't bought any albums since then. So I should do the vinyls or something. Go vinyl like everybody else. That'd be kind of cool. But so I can listen to it streaming and for the quality, high end quality, and then the more natural sounding record thing. I haven't listened to a record for so long. I don't even know or remember what it looks like, or sounds like. I mean, so be interesting. So, and I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit because I'm talking too much. See, this is where having somebody on here to take that burden off a little bit would be awesome. Who knows? Huh. Anyway, alrighty. I'm not now. I gotta figure out which one I have to stop the stream. I think I have to end it over here on my YouTube channel, not the other one. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow. Check me out later on. Check me out on Twitch and maybe the possible future channel if I get that up and rolling. Because they're okay. Let's put it this way: there is a reason partially for that, and yeah, I did it for the other one for that reason too. The same reason, because well, let's put it this way: in order to capture somebody's attention, sometimes I have to, get their attention. I guess maybe so. Maybe they'll actually start to realize that I don't give up so easily on things. So yeah, if you're listening to this, you know who you are. So yeah, trust me. Anyway, and I thought, why not do music? I love music and I love art. Those are the two things I love most. Besides computers and gaming, I do that too. But I'm a big music person. I love it. I mean, lately I've been listening to so much of the same things. I want to listen to something new that is getting kind of old. So I need to find something else to listen to. So I'm even asking other people, what should I listen to? What songs are good? So I don't get this staleness, because the albums aren't coming out quick enough. The new albums that people are putting out. So yeah, that's my thing right now. It's like everybody's putting out albums, but they're not putting out fast enough for me. to because after so many months of listening to the same song, I was like, okay, now I've listened to it umpteen times. Okay, I want to move on to something new, But then I can mix it in with all the other stuff. So I got new and some of the other stuff, so it's not so stale. That gets to me after a while. So okay, I've heard this song. I flipped through some of my songs that I used to go, oh, I love the song, and I listened to it 5 times, and then I skip it. So anyway, I'll shut up. All right, thanks for watching. I'm sorry. Take care. Have a good night. Hasta luego, or whatever you want to call it. I need to have a outro and an intro kind of thing. Maybe some song music or whatever for it. So like Metallica, with their intro kind of thing. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.